Hey guys, what's up? This is Stephanie. I am back up another video for you guys this week, and as you can tell, my background has changed because I am now in my new room for PA school where I moved, hence the background. Alright guys, so today, the topic for today, it's been a week now since I've been in PA school, so I just kind of wanted to give a brief update and just an overview of how my first week of PA school went, guys. So if you're interested, just keep watching and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Alright guys, so I just finished my first week of PA school and it has been really interesting, really fun, so definitely an experience to remember, and hopefully I get to get more experiences like this. So I have been in PA school for an entire week now. It is Friday, so I'm recording this. I'm very tired, so I'm just going to talk about my experience the first week of PA school. So definitely I can say first off is that graduate school, specifically PA school, is very different in comparison to undergraduate school. Definitely I am taking 17 hours a semester, so I have more classes, and the classes are more difficult in comparison to my undergraduate courses. And you know, some of the classes that I've been struggling with have been pharmacology for the first week because I had not taken pharmacology, so it's a new subject to me and it's been very difficult this past week for pharmacology. And then on top of that, I took anatomy and physiology about, let's see, it's 2018, so I took that class about 5-6 years ago. So it's been a while since I took anatomy and physiology, so I've been having to refresh on some of the information because I am taking anatomy this semester, and then of course physiology, and then you have pathophysiology, which also bases on anatomy. So basically, of course, you want to know how the body works when it is well, so that you can understand the patho, right? So, you know, of course, that class has been a challenge for me also this first week. So, and also my schedule, you know, I've been going to school from 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m. Mondays. Wednesdays tend to be a little bit longer since we do get out around 6 p.m. So it'll be around 8 to 5:40-ish from school. This is on Wednesdays, and then Fridays are my shortest days. Tuesdays and Thursdays I have labs, so Tuesdays I'll have my anatomy lab, and then Thursdays I will have my patient encounter lab, which is basically a lab where you learn how to encounter a patient, right? How to be able to introduce yourself, how to obtain a history from the patient, etc. So how to basically be a good clinician, a good provider. Since you're taking all these classes, it really matters also how you incorporate them. So I really like this class, and I've been assigned a great advisor, so I think she is fantastic. She's a young PA and she has a lot of experience, and she is just really intelligent, so I am very blessed. And on top of that, I can say that I feel like I've gotten really close to my classmates this past week. It's so interesting that we were all strangers just about a month ago, and now it's been, you know, it's only been a week plus 2 weeks, including the Academy for Success, which, like I said in my previous videos, was just a 2-week program that just prepared us to succeed in PA school. But I feel like this first week I've actually gotten a little bit more attached to them because, you know, I've been studying a lot with them and we've just been talking a lot, and I feel like I know a lot more about them just in a week. So I'm really excited to see how much more I know about them and how much closer we start to get, you know, throughout the first semester. So it'll be interesting to come back and watch this video. Also, you know, I've really been trying to get my full 8 hours of sleep. So of course I get off at 4. I tend to stay in the library on Mondays until about 7 or 8 p.m. to study, because I know once I get home I'm not able to study because I have a tendency to want to go to sleep, and that ruins my entire day. So, and I feel like it's not productive. So I usually just stay at school and I study till about 7 or 8 depending. I'll come home and then I'll just eat and I go back to studying till about 10:30 latest sometimes, and then I go to sleep and wake up the next day around 6 a.m. So I try to really get my 8 hours of sleep because I think having sleep is really important, specifically, to focus in your classes. So that's something I'm really trying to drill myself, is to get my 8 hours of sleep and try to study as much as I can during the day. Of course, there's been some days, I was just like one day during the week where I did go to sleep around 12 because I was studying for subjects. So, but besides that, I always try to go to sleep so far at 10 p.m. So, this week has been really very different, like I said, in comparison to my undergraduate years, but I feel like I've learned so much in just a week, because literally the material is just like people say, it's like you're drinking water out of a hose. So it's a lot of information, but it was really doable so far if you have good time management skills. I have quizzes, every time I go to class, so I would have quizzes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some days, depending on what classes I have that day, I tend to have more quizzes. Sometimes I'll have up to 2 quizzes or 3, but it just really depends on the day and what class I have that day. But 17 hours is a lot, and I'm just trying to get myself accustomed and trying to have good time management skills so that I can have enough time to study for all the subjects that I am taking, because it's really easy to try to focus all your time on, for example, in my case, I think my weakest spot is pharmacology. So it's really difficult to try not to spend all your time studying pharmacology. You really have to divide it out just in your planner. There's been other students in my class that, they say, what, from 5 to 6, I'm going to study pharmacology. 6 to 7, I'm going to study pathophysiology. 7 to 8 or 7 to 9, I'm going to study EKG, etc. So it's really important to have that schedule and, those time management skills. For me, I attempt to do that. I also have really tried to do some type of activity, a fun activity this week, because I don't want to go crazy. So me and my fellow students in my class, we go to Zumba. So we'll go to Zumba Tuesdays and Thursdays, since we are, on at school that day. We go to Zumba, and Zumba is only about an hour, and after that we just feel really refreshed, because we'll spend the entire morning just studying and cramming as much as you can, and then you get to Zumba and you get your 1 hour of exercise and fun, and you really feel refreshed. So that's what I'm really trying to do, is just also try to incorporate some type of exercise in my in my daily life, although sometimes it's really difficult, specifically on Wednesdays when I get out at 6 p.m. But I try to incorporate it at least twice a week if I can. So, exercise, and of course getting your 8 hours of sleep. Alright guys, so overall, how has my first week of PA school been? I can say that it's been very different, like I said, in comparison to undergraduate. Of course, I'm taking a higher course load and the classes are a lot harder. On top of that, it's a lot of information, guys, to be honest, but it is definitely doable if you have good time management skill, and that is really the kill, because the skill, sorry, because the professors in my class, they aren't there to fail us. They're really helpful, and they're very approachable. If you have any issues, if you have any questions, just to approach them, and they're very helpful. So if you have good time management skill, I think that is a key, and that is what I am trying to do. I am trying to split up, when I get home, try to study, and then also not only study, but also make sure that I have my 8 hours of sleep, and have some time also to do some fun stuff like Zumba, something that refreshes me, because you're sitting in the classroom, for example, Mondays and Wednesdays, which are long days, you're sitting in the classroom for about 8 hours just sitting down. So definitely just getting up and stretching your legs and moving them around is really good. Alright guys, so this was just my first week of PA school. I just wanted to talk about it. I think it'll be interesting to see how my first month of PA school went, or my first semester of PA school went. So we'll see that, and then also my exam. I have an exam coming up in about a week, and honestly I'm freaking out. But and then after that I have a Black Friday, which I'll go into more detail later, where I have several exams that day, and I'm even freaking out more about that. So I will talk about that later. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching my videos, and stay motivated guys, work hard, you know, work hard to get into PA school, and then once you're in PA school you're gonna work even harder, but like I said, it's definitely doable. Alright guys, talk to you guys later.